Coach, it's 2 weeks in. How do you feel things are going?
Good. Today was a great day. It was a first day in full pads, first day doing live football. Really today we wanted to have a chance to see and evaluate who are our best blockers, who are our playmakers when it's a live, move the ball type of situation. And we also wanted to see, what kind of physicality we had on both sides of the football. And today in our kind of move the ball period, our defense came out outstanding, came out strong. It really wasn't for the error, the fault of the offense. They just were flying around and making plays. I feel really good about what Coach White's doing on that side of the ball and the position coaches on that side of the ball. But it was really good to see the offense bounce back and really have three touchdown scoring drives to really kind of even things out towards the end of the day. So I like where we're at as a team. We're competing, we're flying around. Practices are extremely energetic, very competitive, and like I said on day one, I'll reiterate it. I mean, this is a group that loves playing football. Most teams, can cower from or just kind of step away from the challenge of moving the ball and playing live football. This team, they live for it, and so it's great to see that.
You all ended that situation there with a little goal line situation,
Yeah.
Fourth down, and you have an offensive touchdown. Defense stands up, makes a couple plays. Like the competitive fire from that team period.
Yeah, and I took this away from actually from Bob Stoops having a chance to come to Notre Dame when he was speaking out at a coach's clinic. Spent about an hour with him, just picking his brain and having a chance to talk with Coach Spurrier as well. But one thing they do in their practices is they just play football, whether it's a live period or whether it's a tag off period, and just allow the situations to come up organically. Sometimes as coaches we want to just have periods that are just segmented only, but when you play the game and you actually move the ball, a lot of those situations come up naturally, and I think the players start getting conditioned mentally to when those situations are going to come up and how they're going to respond, because you're going to be tired in those situations, which we saw today. And that was another thing I took away honestly from being with Jim Harbaugh. One time there's a practice early on in fall, or actually in spring ball when we first got there, and he was tired of scripting all the plays and he couldn't even follow it. He didn't want to follow it, so he just tore up the script and said, let's put the ball in the 20, let's go play ball. And so we did a little bit of that today. It was fun to see how they reacted to that.
You run a head site out there. That's something I guess not a lot of people see in spring ball. What's kind of the thinking there?
We just want to get our communication, to a season-like level sooner than the season. And I think, myself and Coach Adams and the personnel substitution with Coach Mahaffey, and Coach Spurrier, it just allows us to communicate with one voice and for us to all be able to be within ear's reach. It also helps with the music that we're playing. Sometimes it's hard to communicate, so we're gonna use technology to our advantage because we want to create that excitement. We want to create that chaos, if you will, at practice at times, because the players are going to have to respond to those types of environments to beat Illinois, to beat Vanderbilt, and certainly the distractions of opening with an in-state rival like Eastern Kentucky and with a lot of history there. We got to put them in those tense situations early on and get our communication from a coaching staff and play calling standpoint really where it needs to be.